wellness. These findings are found in the Journal of the American Medical Association. Repress negative emotions. W. John Diamond, M.D., co-author of Definitive Guide to Cancer, observes repressed emotions, if not vented or expressed, will seek physical expression. You know, I know that from Dr. Schultz too. He said this woman's breast cancer, this tumor that's coming out of her breast, may be because of repressed emotion. See, it's going to find a way of expression, even if it has to be a malignant tumor on the mammary gland. He would tell stories where he would go into people's house looking for what could possibly be contributing to their disease, what was blocking them from healing. And he would find in different cases, in one instance, there was a woman that was grieving, and she was having these, I believe, headaches for years. And nobody could get those headaches well, make them go away. And so he goes into the house, and he's scoping around the house looking for something, some clue, and he sees this jar on the mantle of the fireplace that looks like there's white cotton in it. And he says, "What is this?" She says, "Don't touch that. Just leave that there, please. Put it down." He said, "What's in it? Do you want to get well?" "I want to get well." "Would you do whatever it takes to get well?" "Yes, I'll do whatever it takes." "What's in the jar?" She says, "That's the hair of my dead poodle that died 10 years ago, and I just loved her so much." And she starts crying and bawling, and he says, "Do you want to get well?" "Yes." And he says, then we need to get rid of this. It's right in your face every day, and you're grieving over it. And he took it, and he said as he threw it in the garbage, she grabbed her head and went, "Oh." I know from my own personal experience, just recently, that because of the stress of putting on this health crusade, I was locked up in the intestines. Mr. Colon Cleanser was locked up in the intestines. I said, "Ain't this a picture?" I took my herbal formulas, my intestinal formula number 2. I was chomping on prunes. I was jumping on Cellar-Cisers, and I realized that it was my mind. My mind was so stressed and tight that it was reacting on my intestines. So I'm sitting there now massaging them, trying to relax, downing nerve formula and a whole food B complex to soothe the nerves. So as I'm doing this, I'm trying mentally to relax my mind. "Thou wilt keep him in perfect peace whose mind is stayed on thee." And I began to relax some. In fact, I was concerned whether I would have to go to the doctor, to the emergency room. Was I having appendicitis? And so you know what I did? I got up and ran around the block. If it's going to burst, I'm dead. So I'm going to just move the colon. And it broke open. After I drank a half a bottle of acidophilus in liquid form. It took the pain away in 3 minutes. Might be the answer for you sometime. And also, it opened up my bowels. Today, I feel fabulous. But I knew any typical person would have went to the emergency room because the pain was like giving birth, I think. It was excruciating. And I said, "Come on, Lord, bad timing." He says, "And chill out." "You mean it's not the dairy and the cheese?" "No, it's your attitude." John Diamond said, "Repressed emotions, if not vented or expressed, will seek physical expression." Such as what? Functional bowel disease, fibromyalgia, and even cancer. I want you to learn. I want to educate you. I want you equipped. I want you thinking that you can become your own doctor and take care of your body and your mind and your spirit. I want to share this slide now, and I want to propose to you that when one organ is injured, all are affected. God has endowed us with a certain amount of vital force. He has also formed us with organs suited to maintain the various functions of life. And he designs that these organs shall work together in harmony. If we carefully preserve the life force and keep the delicate mechanism of the body in order, the result is health. But if the vital force is too rapidly exhausted, the nervous system borrows power for present use from its resources of strength, and when one organ is injured, all are affected. Nature bears much abuse without apparent resistance. She then arouses and makes a determined effort to remove the effects of the ill treatment she has suffered. Her effort to correct these conditions is often manifest in fever and other various forms of sickness. Can food have an effect on your mind? It says the brain is the citadel of the whole man, and wrong habits of eating or sleeping affect the brain. Any part of the body that's not treated with consideration will telegraph its injury to the brain. So the brain telegraphs the injury to the immune system, and the body telegraphs its pain to the brain. We are connected. We aren't compartmentalized. My brain isn't over there and my body over here. I'm in one house. It cannot be too often repeated that whatever is taken into the stomach affects not only the body, but ultimately the mind as well. The mind is the capital of the body. Children are allowed to eat flesh meats, spices, butter, cheese, pork, rich pastry, and condiments. They're allowed to eat irregularly, to eat in between meals of unhealthy food, which do their work of deranging the stomach and exciting the nerves to unnatural action and enfeeble the what? The intellect. The intellect. Parents do not realize that they are sowing the seeds which will bring forth disease and death. You know, I'm a little different. When I eat a meal, my computer looks at the food, and I don't think food is food. Oh, food is food. It doesn't matter which articles of food you eat. It's all food. When I look at food, such as an apple, my computer starts going tick, 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 tick. Live enzymes, potassium, pectin, that gets rid of heavy metals and can lower cholesterol. The seeds contain laetrile, amygdalin that kills cancer cells. My mind looks at food and I process it like, yes, life-giving food. It's not just an apple to me. I want you to look with me on the left here, and I'm going to read this. Your brain is like a wet cell battery which generates a direct current about 1/10 of a volt, or roughly 1/20 as much as an ordinary flashlight battery. This electrical charge is created largely by two body chemicals, sodium and potassium, operating on nerve tissue, bathed in a fluid that's chiefly water. These electrical impulses emanate from the brain, which acts like a generator to send these stimuli with messages to all the parts of the body. It operates almost like a telephone switchboard, bringing in bits of knowledge from all parts of the brain to make life's decisions. Okay, you got that? Did you digest that point? Sodium and potassium, electrolyte nutrients that are critical for life and for transporting nutrients in and out of the cells.